You are graciously welcome to a Hilly's Talk Show. Vivid View.
Say and do it.
Success is 80% creative, 20% planning, and 100% work. Say something, somebody.
My name is Frank. Success is 80% creative, 20% planning, and 100% work. My understanding to this is, as a creative in the industry, you need proper planning and hard work to stand out as a creative. Thank you.
I'm Mr. Champion. Success is 80% creative, 20% planning, and 100% work. Ideas will not work until you work them out. It's good to be creative, it's better to plan, it's better to prepare, but it's always best to act. Creativity in planning and dutifully working your dreams to become reality is vital if we must succeed in our lives. Actions are better than intentions. Thank you.
My name is Grace. Success is 80% creative, 20% planning, and 100% work. It simply means proper planning and more creativity makes the result outstanding.
My name is Ogenesunwe. Success is 80% creative, 20% planning, and 100% work. What I understand by this is that success comes from strategic innovation that is implemented by consistent daily action. It means that you should do something every day in the direction of your plans and creativity. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the brilliant answers given to this teaser. Success is 80% creative, 20% planning, and 100% work. That means you cannot plan without creation or without creating something. It's something that you want to do that you can now sit down and plan. And then by the time you put it into work, it becomes 100%. For instance, you just made up your mind that I want to go to university and I'm going to study medicine to be a doctor in future. That is where you have already put your mind into. But the planning comes in now to what do I do to be able to achieve this? It means you're going to give a lot of your time in reading. Because medicine is not anyhow. Every other field could be okay, it could be amended, or if you make mistake. But when you make mistake in medicine, the life is gone. There's no way, let me go and break. If you do those people that are furniture makers, if they don't, if furniture they make is not good, they can remake it. Those who they can remold. But once the life is gone, it's gone. And so what do you now do to achieve this? That is the work. You plan it. I'm going to give more time in my studies so that I can make that, that I can come up with a very good result. The same thing with somebody who wants to build a house. Yes, I want to build that. You already imagine it. Maybe you write it down too. I want to be a story building or even bungalow. You already made these plans in your heart. But that's what you created. You made the design within you. The first thing to do when planning comes in now is to, who is the architect to do this for me? Who is going to draw the plan for me, the plan for the house, and then you start. If you want to start from the roof, which is not also possible, you crash land. But you want to start from the foundation. By the time this thing you put in work, it comes out beautiful. Oh, they say this house is beautiful. So that is why creativity takes the highest percentage here. Because that is where the bulk of the work is. Before you now plan and execute your plan. And executing your plan is that 100%. Because you have created, you have planned, and now you work. So success definitely will be the product of that. So I'll stop here for now. Frankly speaking, I value and rely much on this topic that we're going to treat today, which is plan your work and work your plan. It is time for a break. When we come back, the guest will be introduced. Stay with us, please. Vivid View.
Say and do it.
Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, the topic again is plan your work and work your plan. Of course, process and execution. And so with me in the studio is a consultant and a clergy. Let's make welcome Apostle Sydney Akim-Maloju.
Vivid view.
Say and do it.
Please follow us on our social media handles are displayed on the screen. Apostle, you're welcome again.
Many thanks.
Please, let's go just straight introduction, definition, and perspective on the subject matter.
Thank you again. I would like to start by saying there is power in planning. A very great man at the time, Benjamin Franklin, was the one who said this. And when you fail to plan, you've actually adopted a plan to fail. So it's very much important that people consider that plans as well as work, they go side by side. You know, there's this thing we do when it comes to the beginning of the year, or probably on the last day of the year into the new year, especially among the Christian faith. And then a word is given and they say, oh, it's my year of this, it's my year of that. You know, and some people just take it literally on the surface, assuming that whatever the pastor has said is what will happen. I beg to disagree that if you sit down and just hear the word and say it again and again, something may not happen. Okay? So at this point, it is very, very important to say that it is not what they said at the beginning of the year that changes us. Rather, it is the plan we walk and the work we put into that plan that changes our year. So success, or whatever you call maybe a very great year, because we're looking into 2026 from now, is not by accident, is not by luck. Rather, is it by chance? It is a product of what I call IPD, where I stands for intention, P stands for preparation, and D stands for discipline. So, unless we put all of this into place, everything we want to talk about today may not at all work or even take off, you know. So, what does it mean to plan your work as a way of introduction? Yeah. It is to have, number one, a very clear, number two, written down, okay, and number three, strategic approach or roadmap to whatever it is we want to do in the year. So I'd like to leave it at that place.
Thank you so much for that brief introduction. Why do most people, most ideas and visions die prematurely?
Quite a very interesting one, and I get this a lot. You know, somebody asked the other day at a function where I was talking, or speaking rather, he said, why is it that people's faith fail? You know, it was a training session, and we're talking about faith for the year ahead. And he said, why do people's faith fail? Number one, over planning and lack of execution. Many a times what people do is to follow the trend. I will do this. I want to be that. I want to make this possible. But nothing happens in terms of execution. Number two is that people don't commit their plans to God. Why I say this is because the ultimate guidance for man stems from the inside. It is first within, then without. And if there is nothing within, like a supernatural force that guides your operation, I beg to say you may definitely fail. Because it is not in the way of man to guide his ways.
Not at all.
Right? So, very, very important. Number three is that you must be accountable. Or otherwise people fail. When you start the year, let it not be about you just running yourself. Let other people help you to run the race. Because as human beings, there's what we call lack of motivation. Okay? It's very important that when you start your year with all the energy that you get and all of that running, something must be foiling your motivation. Something must be foiling your enthusiasm. And that you can only get from especially the people within, the good people within your circle. Yes. Okay? Because I remember many years ago, I had a plan and I went to, say to one of my aunties, I hope she's not watching. And she didn't give me a very good response. And that killed that idea. So very important that you are accountable, to people, and then they should be able to, follow your motivation. The other thing I would like to say is the lack of focus. Don't give attention to everything. Very important. There's what in those days we call opportunity costs in economics, in our elementary. You must give priority to the things that are very, very important. Okay? I tell a lot of young people, and I know they also sit here in the audience, and most of them are watching us, whether online or at home or something. You must be very careful with this thing you call your smartphone. It is a time-consuming device. It eats up your time and it eats up your life. Because each time is going, life is going.
Unknowingly to them. Yeah.
Okay? So, most times I tell young people, take a phone fast. It may sound strange to you, but that's something I do, occasionally. Take a phone fast. Get a break from your phone. Put it aside. In fact, sometimes relate with human beings because we're becoming social media animals. Okay, relate with people, put the phone aside, have real interactive conversation. So focus, number 4. And lastly, if you ask me, what makes people vision fail is because they don't even have a vision in the first place. What they thought they had was just a kind of, let me use the word, a vibe. So I'll leave it at that place.
Especially when they see their mate doing something. I will do that. That's that vibe. Without even sitting down now to plan. Because when you plan, as mentioned before, you prioritize. When you prioritize, the first one, this is the number 1, number 2, stage by stage, how you're going, that is the planning, how you're going to execute that, your creativity. That's how, and by the time you take it sequentially like that, you will really make it 100% work. He has mentioned it already here. So to do something, execute something, especially in New Year, don't just go be carried away with, pastor said this year is a year of tangible achievement. Oh yeah, tell you what are you achieving when you didn't even have a plan? So let's not be taking it. That's what I say, process and execution. It is very, very important. You process and then you execute it. Execution is where the work comes in. Because if you just have an idea, you are creative, you plan, but you do not execute, it's almost a failure already. So that is what it is. We'll take a break now. Vivid View.
Say and do it.
Welcome back. We are still discussing plan your work and work your plan, process and execution. And it says, how do you now plan and work your plan? How do we set achievable goals?
Let me begin with this analogy. If you want to have a very good meal, you don't just wake up and wish it. You get to work. You go to the market, you buy the ingredients or whatever food items,
yes.
And then you get to work by going to the kitchen, cutting or dicing or slicing, whatever it is, and then you put it on the fire, allow it to cook, which is the process in itself. And then when it's fully cooked, you can sit down and enjoy your meal. One of the basic things I think a lot of people lack when it comes to working your plan is the discipline. Very important. In fact, somebody said something earlier, and I align with it. Discipline beats motivation. No matter how much of motivation you may have, no matter how much of a motivational speaker you have listened to, if you are not disciplined to do the work, you won't get the results. Okay? Number 2 is what is also very important to discipline is consistency. There is nothing like a former champion. There are current champions. Okay? Consistency is what makes you relevant both in life and even in eternity. So it's very important. Then, number 3, as to planning your work or making your work, your plan to work, is what I call flexibility. Let me give this one. Many years or a few years ago, when we were about to start our ministry, it was important for us to know that that vision was going to be something big in the future, but it never came as a one full pack. So what happens is that over time, as the vision is unveiled, we are flexible enough. So it is important. For example, you want to be a doctor, and I tell people, it is not a do or die affair. I'm taking from what my host said. You may have challenges around the way, maybe with JAMB or admission and all of that. You must be flexible enough to know, okay, if this doesn't work, what can I do prior to time? Maybe take a stop walk. Maybe do some kind of trainings. You must be flexible. Let me add this by saying you must celebrate small wins.
Wins, very important.
Very, very important. You must celebrate small wins. That is something that even parents don't encourage here. We just want the big story and all that. But if the guy or the child is doing, little by little, maybe passing his test, paying attention to details, let's celebrate that as well. Take deliberate action. Take deliberate, intentional action. Wake up in the morning. Every step should be, how do I achieve my goal? And then work things towards that. Lastly, I would say track your progress, which is also very important. Let that also be very clearly written. What have I done today? How do I go from there tomorrow?
That's evaluation.
Yes, evaluation, exactly. Track your progress. All of this will help you do a very good work to your plan. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. How do we reaffirm our commitments towards our goal and vision in 2026, especially as a youth?
Yes, I'm very much interested in this because I did a bit of work on this one, and I came up with what I call the 4D formula. It's going to resonate with 4D. Us here because it's part of even the cliche and the word we say. 4D formula. What is it? Number 1, dream it.
Dream it.
Number 2, design it. Number 3, do it. And number 4, discipline it. These 4 formulas, or this 4D formula coined into 4D formula, will help you achieve your dream and reaffirm it even when the going may look rough and tough. Because mind you, there will be challenges. There will be challenges, okay? So, in actual fact, the best time to plan your work was yesterday. The next best time is now. Yeah. So, again, I'll say this with all sense of responsibility. It is not 2026, my year of this, that will change your life.
Not at all.
It is your decision and your actions that will change it. So, plan your work. Work your plan and watch your plan work for you.
All right, thank you so much. We go for a short break, and when we come back to the question and answer section. Vivid view.
Say and do it.